Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. When it comes to breakups, I don't want to say that I have a lot of experience with that area, but I have experienced it a fair number of times. I don't want to say the exact number, but it's normal. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's a normal, it's a respectable, it's not embarrassing. Um, but anyways, I feel like I do have some expertise. I mean, I don't want to say expertise. I have some knowledge, a little bit, just a tiny bit of knowledge when it comes to this area. So I want to talk about like how I personally get over breakups and then how other people had told me that they get over breakups. When it comes to breaking up, it is uncomfortable, which is why I'm not the one to start the conversation. I usually do stuff to make the other person not like me anymore, so that they start the conversation or they, have the idea to do it. Because for me, I'm currently working to fix it, but I am a people pleaser, right? So for me, I don't know, the idea of making someone cry or, breaking up with someone, like it is really uncomfortable for me. So I usually just wait for the other person to start it, even if I don't want to be in the relationship anymore. So obviously I'm working for to fix that. Right now I'm in a relationship. I'm completely happy. I don't have to worry about it. But when I was in a relationship and I had to be the one to break it off, because I tried everything for the other person to end up with me and they didn't do it. For me, I was too much of, I don't want to say a pussy, but I was too scared to do it in person, so I would do it over text. I wouldn't even call them. I would just, text it, and then I would block them before they had anything to say, or I just wouldn't respond to whatever they responded to me. So when it comes to breakups, most of the time I've been on the side of, being the one broken up with, right? And because I was expecting it, I wasn't really upset, or I didn't cry when it happened. I think the only time that I cried was during my last breakup, because I don't know, it was an emotional moment. So we both were crying, we said goodbye, and I think that was the only time that I did it with someone in person. um and then I felt bad, so we started dating again, and then I had to break up with them through text. So anyways, even though I'm expecting it and I'm prepared, quote unquote prepared for it, it still hurts. It's still painful to go through a breakup. I usually just end up downloading Tinder and trying to distract myself with it. Just go on as many dates as you can. So basically be at home, right? But the thing is, it's not healthy. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of money. So I had to learn to use other strategies to deal with it. The first thing I did was just focusing on making friends, right? But the thing is, it was so, I don't know, tiring. Like once I have like two or three close friends, for me that's enough. Like I don't really have any interest in hanging out with anyone else. And even with the close friends that I have, hanging out with them for more than 3 hours, for me that's too much. Like I'm just tired afterwards. But when it comes to hanging out with people that I'm hooking up with or people I'm dating, I can hang out with them for hours every single day of the week and still feel fine, right? For me, the whole idea of bros before hoes, it just doesn't make sense. Because the thing is, if you have a bro, you can hang out, right? Like you can just be friends and hang out. But if you have a hoe, you can hang out with them the exact same way that you hang out with your bros, plus have sex with them or hook up or cuddle, even, yeah, like cuddle, make out. I don't know, if you hang out with your friends, you only have a limited amount of things that you can do with them. But if you're dating someone, you can do the exact same things plus get physical. So for me, having a friend is not really a good replacement for a relationship. Like I don't think that focusing on friends is a good like coping mechanism after a breakup. So I don't know. For me it doesn't work. Another coping mechanism that I did was to distract myself with movies and shows, and it worked. For me, I would spend like, I don't know, 3 4 hours watching TV every single day, and then during the night I will go and work out for like an hour or two. No, not two. That's too much. I don't work out for 2 hours. But for me, I will go work out because I didn't want to feel like I was completely letting myself go. And I did that for 6 months, I think, and I was happy. I didn't feel like my life was bad. But even though I didn't think it was a problem, you are supposed to hang out with people, right? Like you're supposed to go out and like, I don't know, like interact with other human beings. So for me, what I started doing was I started calling the friends that I had in Mexico and also my family. Because, all of my family is in Mexico except for one of my sisters. So instead of going now and like talking to new people, I will talk to the people that I already had. I will try to make, the connections that we had stronger, or at least not let them fade away. So for me that helped too, like just talking to my family, talking to my friends in Mexico. So those two strategies, like talking to people that you already know and trying to make the connection stronger, and also watching shows, like, I think that's helpful. I would recommend for you to do it if you're going through a breakup. Everything else, I don't know, like focusing on making new friends, like that's not, bitch, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna replace it. It's not going to be the same. There was one time where I tried to get over a breakup by traveling. I went to another state. I don't want to say which state it was, but it helped. I had the best time of my life. But the thing is, I'm poor, bitch. Like as soon as I came home, I realized that I was a little bit in debt. And also, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 days after I came home, I was feeling shitty. So I tested myself and I had COVID. So, I would recommend for you to travel for a little bit if you have the money, or if you have someone else to pay for you, or if you travel somewhere that's not, that expensive. If not, then I think it will be better to just hang out in your room. I don't think it matters where you travel. As long as it's somewhere new, you're gonna feel good, right? Like you're going to meet new people, you're going to hang out in a new place, but you also have to be realistic about it. You can't just go away anytime that someone breaks up with you. Especially, I mean, not for me, but like for you, the people watching me, I know that you're not able to keep a relationship. So if you went out every time someone broke up with you, it would be, I don't know, like once a month. I don't know, like it would be a couple times a year. So I think that instead of doing that, it would be better to just watch shows, watch TV for a little bit. Or if you don't like TV, you can just do something that's not going to be expensive. I think those are all of my strategies that I use, or that I done in the past. Last night I posted a story on my Instagram where I asked people how they dealt with a breakup, and almost everyone either said that they'll get drunk, they are still not over them, they're not gonna find a way to get over them. They become a hoe and just sleep around until they forget about it. They masturbate a lot, or they just cry about it. And out of everyone that responded to me, there was only two people that actually had like a good advice, or positive answer. And it was basically about not letting sadness consume you, and to just work and realize that the only thing that you can do is move forward and try to become the best version of yourself. And I agree with it. Um, but but to everyone else, everyone else that responded to it, you should consider getting help, or you should consider, yeah, get help. I don't have any other advice. Like you should consider trying to fix your life. I don't know. You shouldn't be that sad over a breakup. You're basically saying that the other person won, or I don't know. At least try to make the other person regret leaving you. I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say about it. I tried to, I tried to ask you for your opinion and try to ask for what strategies you had, but yeah, everyone said one of those five. So you're not helpful at all. But thank you though. And if you're one of the people that downloads Tinder or goes on dates to get over someone, at least don't pay. At least don't. I don't know. Make the other person pay for the restaurant, pay for the date. So I don't know. I guess that's the only advice that I have for you. Don't pay. Try to make sure that you go on dates with people that are richer than you. And yeah, yeah. Thank you for watching. Mwah.